You can't hide!
I love when video game developers take risks. Sure, it would have been nice if Vroom Kaboom was a Twisted Metal ripoff that we could all finally play in VR, but instead we got something new and original. In essence, a tower defense, deck building PvP vehicular combat game. It meshes together all sorts of components from at least 3 different genres. And while I applaud the effort, what I can't get behind is the delivery. Because at no point does Vroom Kaboom actually teach you how to play this mashup of ideas. And even worse, learning the game is probably more trouble than it's worth.
Take that!
Most games recognize when your PSVR headset is turned on and connected, and defaults automatically to the VR mode. But playing Vroom Kaboom in VR means you have to start the game with a DualShock 4 in non-VR mode, then switch to VR hidden away in the options menu, then turn on and activate the required dual move controllers. It's less than ideal and makes the entire VR option feel tacked on, as does the multiplayer that limits you to 1v1 instead of the 3v3 that non-VR offers. Regardless, the meat of Vroom Kaboom is the single-player mode, which should take about 6 or 7 hours to get through. Here you'll build decks of playable vehicle cards by defeating the AI, selling your duplicates, and purchasing new ones. How to do any of this is never explained, and it's not until you've stumbled through the menus for hours that it all starts to make a little sense. Then you take your deck to the streets in a tower defense style action sequence, picking up bombs to take down your opponent's base and blasting their oncoming vehicles along the way. It's a unique concept that gets bogged down by pretty much every design decision imaginable.
No way! Such a loser! Come on, come to Papa! Woohoo!
As a first-person vehicular combat game, this all probably would have been pretty exciting, but instead you're relegated to an often inconvenient and sometimes obstructed third-person view, using move controllers to switch lanes, boost or fire weapons, meaning that you never fully have control over your vehicle. It feels really sloppy, and the graphics don't exactly do much to elevate that experience. Everything looks a bit bland and low res, and the 3 environments only offer aesthetic differences, meaning that 5 hours into your game, you'll still be doing the exact same thing you were doing during the training mission. And worse, every loss actually drains your XP bar, removing not only any progress you might have made, but also any desire to keep playing. And the one aspect of Vroom Kaboom I found mildly entertaining, the 1v1 online multiplayer, was hampered by the need to constantly re-invite each other to a game after every single battle. There's no tournament mode or records kept of wins and losses, so after a while, you start wondering why you're even wasting your time.
Yes, man!
Since launch, developer Ratloop Games has published a series of tutorial videos online, making getting into Vroom Kaboom a bit easier and far less confusing. But ironically, it's when everything ultimately clicks and you finally understand all the gameplay mechanics that the real disappointment sets in, when you realize that this overly convoluted game is also really shallow, that there's not even a lot here to understand. More tracks, better controls, a more forgiving XP bar, an online tournament mode, or even a first-person perspective could have really added a lot to the experience. But as is, I never actually felt like I was having any fun. I love when video game developers take risks, but in this particular instance, the risk just didn't pay off.
Hey, yo! You can't hide! Hot stuff coming through! Here we come!